honest, I think next year I'm not gonna order from them. Unless there's like something insane that I really want, that I have never seen anywhere else. I don't think I'm gonna order from them again. Okay, let's have a look what we can salvage here. So, yeah, my experience with potting up new imports is to go with the smallest pot you possibly can, because their roots are basically non-existent and I don't want them to grow into super wet media. A small pot makes sure that the media will dry out fast enough so they can stay nice and dry. So yeah, this looks ridiculous, but I'm just gonna put it like this. And ideally I would add some stones as well to keep it heavy. Because, right, this is very light, there's not a lot of weight to counterbalance the top heavy plant, so it will flop over. Without a stone, you can already see, right? Plonk. But unfortunately I don't have any stones. So I'll just make sure to keep the plant in a location where there is something to lean on, you know, lean on me when you're not strong and I'll be your friend. I'll help you grow roots. For it won't be long when I'm gonna need someone to lean on, you know? I'm keeping all of these roots on. It looked like some of them might still be viable, and also they help to anchor the plant for now. And so now the hope is that once new roots are coming in, it will quickly fill the pot and then I can just pluck it out and put it into a larger one without a large intervention for the plant. I'm really going to pack in the media to make sure it stays stable, because the worst thing that can happen for Cattleyas that is growing new roots is friction through you know, when it's moving around. So I really want to pack in the media to make sure it stays solid. I'm gonna put it here, lean against the wall, and that's probably gonna be a very similar setup for, you know, a while. Next up, for this one, realistically, I mean, it looks like this is where the new growth is gonna come from. So I kind of don't care about potting up the rest too much. There is a chance that there is something coming up here. So the idea is to just put it in a pot and kind of have the option to, for both of these sides, to get started. So I'm just gonna put it in like this. And yeah, same as for the previous plant, I just want to encourage new root growth, and then we'll see where we're going to transplant, or what we're going to transplant it into. So for this one, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe there is a chance for this little root nubbin, I hope you can see that, to activate again. Yeah, this is kind of what we're counting on. For sure, I'm gonna put a little bit of a plastic bag around it to keep humidity high around it. These first two growths are still, this one is pretty firm, this one is getting a little soft. Yeah, hydration is slowly running out on this plant. But, you know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of pressure to create diamonds. So then these two tiny Morianas, I think they'll do beautifully in a tiny pot like this. There is still quite a bit of space for them to grow a new pseudobulb. if that's even gonna happen. Yeah, let's see. God, I'm so negative. And then same for this one. So this plant cost 25 euros. The one I got from Schwerter was like 9. Yeah, I hope Schwerter is gonna get these into stock at some point again. Beautiful. Add a name tag. I mean, I might not have to keep the name tag on because, you know, who knows how long this plant is gonna make it. But, you know, just should be completely proper. So, and then we have this one, the Genmanii. So here we have new roots coming, so really perfect moment. I'm really tempted to just pull this off on the back side, but yeah, maybe not. I'd like to go actually for a pot intermediate between this size and this size. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this is better. As I said, I don't want them to stay wet forever, especially with the new roots coming. I don't want them to be compromised by too much water around them. So having a small pot is great because it's going to dry out much faster. Because these plants, if the roots are only growing in, they don't absorb any water, right? So that means the only way for water to be eliminated from the pot is through evaporation. It's nice and shallow. Oof, nah, that's not big enough actually. I was hoping this would have been great. Nice and shallow to plonk it in, but it's... Unless I do it like this, but that's not gonna... I'd have to tie the plant and I don't really have a zip tie or anything. So I might have to go for this one, which even this one is a bit too small. Ah, this is such a shame. This is a bit of a difficult plant to pot. Yeah, I guess it's probably one of the ones that you'd rather grow mounted. Well, let's see if I can make it work in here. And just, instead of mounting the plant, just put a mount of media in front of it. And then once the roots are growing into the media, I can still put it into a different situation. Yep, so there you go. Love that. Beautiful, gorgeous. So yeah, this is what they look like now after... don't move this one. This is what they look like now after being potted up. And I'll give you updates, I guess, once things are happening. So probably like 20 more years. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I would like to do a requested video, which is a follow-up on the haul I did from Bela Vista, the kind of disappointing Bela Vista import. And yeah, I just want to go through the plants and tell you which ones survived. I'm just going to start off maybe with the one that's right here. This is the Cattleyas Walkeriana Super Rubra is what they call it, and I feel like this one did pretty well, pretty okay. There are 2 new growths on it. Was a bit worried because it had a new pseudobulb forming, but then it aborted that new growth. But there are 2 new ones coming, and you can see, don't want to tug too much, but I'm pulling on it. It's rooted in, so that's really nice. Been kind of 3-ish months. Do have some, not for all of them, but for some of them I do have some intermediate footage that I can also show. This one is doing pretty well, and I hope it's going to continue that way. The other Cattleyas Walkeriana from the haul, yeah, used to be all of that, and now there's only this one pseudobulb left. Has a new growth coming and 1 root. So I feel like we're on a okay way. It's not perfect, but Jesus Christ, so much of the plant has been absorbed back into the ether. I'm going to pot this one up really quickly in this video. This part here looks like it rotted off, but it just dried off, and now that I watered the plants, this looks a little moist, but you know, I think this should be fine. I just need to remove this part here. I don't want to have it sit there and then, I don't know, start maybe harboring a little bit of a rot. Maybe I should have just gotten a scissor, but you know what? I'm just gonna make the Swiss knife work. Yeah, very important not to cut off the root. Imagine I cut that off. Drama. Cancelled. Death. I think I should have become a surgeon, honestly. So yeah, let's see. There's not really... If I had kept this on, I could have fixed it maybe with a little bit of a wire zip tie thingy, but whatever. So yeah, let's hope this is going to do well. I think, honestly, this pot is still way too big. I want to put it in a smaller pot. Okay, there we go. I think this size pot, this is the smallest size I have, but this is absolutely adequate for this situation here. Okay, there you go. Not the most beautiful situation, but yeah, this is the Cattleya Warcreana, what was it? Flammea Donna Teresina. Yeah, let's hope this makes it. Until this matures and so on, I'm probably gonna have to mist it more or less daily. That's what I've been doing with this one as well to make it grow roots. And also with this one, I'm sorry, this is the Cattleyas Germanii. They call it Cerulean by self, so yeah, I guess just a backcross Cerulean, which is maybe not in the bestest of states. But you can see, if I pull here, there are roots. I don't know if you see them, but there are roots. I'm just gonna add a little bit more media on top here to cover the roots a little better. Yeah, so as I said, there are roots, there's a new growth coming. And that's all I can say. I feel like this plant might make it. It's set back a lot, but you know, I guess survival is the most important part at this point. Actually, my Cattleyas Germanii semi-alba that flowered in 2022, I want to say, is working on buds right now, so that's exciting. Then we have here, this is Cattleyas or Laelia. I don't know who you are and what you want me to say, but Cattleyas / Laelia purpurata. This is an oculata. It's a cross of two named clones, Itaipava and Pudraira. I think this one's doing pretty well. It grew roots pretty quickly, actually. The back bulbs are a little dehydrated, but there's a new growth coming. I don't think it's gonna reach the size of this one. I don't think it's gonna bloom anytime soon, but realistically, I don't care about flowers immediately. Just want the plant to survive and, you know, continue. And I think we're managing that. I have some stones in this one because if I take, even with them, it's a bit unstable, but without them, you can see I keep the stones on for now. Eventually this plant is going to move into a larger pot, which is going to be better counterbalance. And yeah, we have this one while we're talking Laelia, controversial. Purpurata, this is the Laelia superbiens, making a new growth. I think it looks pretty good. I fixed it in this pot with a little zip tie, I don't know if you can see. And it has roots growing. I'm still unsure if this eye here in the back is going to do anything, but yeah, I think so far so good. I don't think this changed much, except maybe from this growth. So yeah, let's see. As I said, there are roots coming, which is nice. And I think this is definitely going to make it. And then this is a little bit a more difficult situation. This one of the Cattleyas murrianas just completely crisped up within seconds. And this one is the second one, Cattleyas murriana. I'm still not sure. It looks like there might be a little root in this. And it looks like there might be some root nubbins coming. They should come fast, because as you can see, this one already, the leaves are folding over. So really this plant is completely dehydrated. Honestly, I don't think any of these roots are actually alive. I just kept everything that the plant came with on it. Yeah, this leaf is going. I think this one might be going as well. Maybe not. But there is, I feel like there is a new eye, you know, swelling up. Maybe something's coming. I'm still full of hope that this plant is going to make it there. And I think, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I tried in the B-roll to capture it, but I think it's so hard to see. There are some tiny root nubbins coming. Maybe, perhaps, potentially. Hope dies last. I don't really have high hopes for this plant at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back. This is another one that's kind of been misted more or less daily. When I say mist, I mean I just have like a water sprayer and I just spray where, I don't know, roots would normally be. For this one also, I tried to cover the leaves a little bit just to give it, you know, this aura of humidity. But yeah. I think overall, most plants kind of made it so far, right? 3 months. Now winter's coming. So let's see. I feel like winter is always a little difficult because they're inside. But yeah, this is the update. Thanks a lot for the request. If you have any more questions concerning these plants, let me know. And yeah, with that said, thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like. If you haven't yet, subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!